People need to be very careful.
What's your proposal? What are you proposing
It's not,
as a solution?
Look, it's not a problem.
No, it is a problem.
I will tell you. I will tell you this.
I disagree with you.
I will tell you. You can disagree all you want.
Prof, hold on a second.
Let me tell you. Let me finish.
Hold on a second. I disagree with you that it's not a problem. It's a big problem.
Right.
It's not just a problem. It's a big problem because on a daily basis, herder farmer killings have been splashed on newspapers.
Good. Since when?
In Benue, in
Good.
Plateau,
What I'm
in
saying,
the southeast,
since when?
in southwest.
Okay, you ask yourself.
Hold on,
when?
Prof. The reason why the late governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, spearheaded as a senior advocate that he was the start of Amotekun Corps, was because of herder farmer killings, and it's all over.
Good.
So I disagree with you vehemently that it's not a problem. It's a big problem.
Okay, I will tell you this.
Let me
tell you. No, I have to give you an analogy.
Okay.
Drug problem. No, let me tell you. No. I have to tell you.
We still have a couple of more questions. Yes, I will allow you, but be mindful of time, Prof.
It's nothing but ethnic cleansing. I'll tell you. Let me finish.
Who?
Allow me to finish.
Who's cleansing?
There is a huge drug problem in the north.
Okay. Yeah.
Where does the drug come from?
Yeah. From outside of
No,
from all over Nigeria.
From the south. Drug comes from the south.
Do you have facts?
Oh yeah, there are facts. Look, there are facts. Don't be
not hearsay, not rumors.
No,
Prof.
I'm old enough. I'm exposed enough, educated enough not to talk about hearsay. Okay. Facts. Okay. And we see the effect it's having in our society. And we see the effect it's having on banditry. Our people...
Even I would counter that.
Our people...
The Nigerian borders, Niger, Chad, Cameroon, is so porous, drugs coming to Nigeria from everywhere.
Now you're talking blah, blah, blah. I went to the forest.
Prof,
we went to the forest.
I'm not talking blah, blah, blah.
No, we
drugs, Nigerian insecurity is porous all over Nigeria. Our borders are porous.
Now you are talking. Allow me.
Drugs are coming in from everywhere.
Not true. Drugs come from the south, and I have evidence.
No, I disagree.
We were in the forest.
But Prof,
we were in the forest. No.
Give me a 1 minute. What's the solution to herder farmer killings or clashes? What is the solution?
Herder farmers clashes is the responsibility of local leaders to reconcile societies. We have seen that. I'll tell you. We went to Cotton Carfe. The leaders there. No. We have leadership.
You are saying cattle grazing through open lands should continue. Nobody should stop it.
No, you don't understand. It has been there for years. What happened over this year?
This is not 1960s or 70s.
What happened?
This is 2024.
Well, the drugs we are having in this country, in the north, that is killing our people. No, the drugs that we are having that is killing our people, that's fueling banditry and Boko Haram is coming from the south.
Prof, I'm so sure there's no southern Nigerian that is listening to you that will ever agree with you that we should allow open grazing as it is currently to continue.
Okay, then
I have lots of you Fulani as my friends, lots of Northerners as my friends. I will never support continued open grazing to continue. I will never support it.
So then how do you do it?
Ranching is the way.
Will you give land? Will you give land? Do you have land to give?
Absolutely.
Do you have land to give?
This proposed bill, the only way I disagree with the proponent and those who are supporting it is that insertion that states that have land. No, all the states have land. All the states of Nigeria have land, and they must give land.
And let me.
But the way to go.
Okay, they must. Who will make them do that? Nobody. Not even the president. No. You don't understand.
If it becomes a national law. If it becomes a national law, they are bound by it. But Prof, let's move on.
No, they cannot.
Let's move on,
the
Prof.
federal government cannot legislate.
Let's move on.
Cannot legislate for the state.
They can. Let's move on, Prof. Let's move on.
No, you don't.
It's unintelligent that we keep on crying and keep on presenting ourselves as perpetual parasites, whereas every inch I step on the northern part of this country, indeed the entire Sahel, is the hottest port of wealth on the entire African continent. Absolutely. Whereas before independence, part of what was used to fight for independence was groundnut from the north, not the oil. Whereas even after oil was discovered, agriculture was providing about over 60% of our national income. And here we are whining away because a governor is crying that some amount of money will be deducted from his FAC allocation. Is that a definition of leadership?
I want any Nigerian to tell me if it's gotten any better. Is inflation better? Is a bag of rice better, less than it was? Are children going to school more now? Is security better? We need to be honest with ourselves. This government is only interested in 2027, not interested in governance, not interested in alleviating the sufferings of the people that it has brought onto them. Because all these sufferings are self-made. In a country where we have very good weather, with rain, we are not officially at war, we have literally been turned into beggars, like you see in the Sudan, or you see in Afghanistan. The son of the president had the audacity during Ramadan to come to the north and dance and visit our emirs and visit our ulamas, sit on the same chair as them and dance during Ramadan and distribute cooked rice to our youth. That's insulting. They have no understanding of our people, none whatsoever. There are Muslims in the southwest, there are Muslims in the south. I didn't see the same young man going there and doing this to us, insulting us as if we are a conquered people and we are the spoils of war. It's very insulting.
Some would say that's a bit of an overreaction because his intentions were good.
Intentions without common sense. No sense. Life is about common sense and sensitivity. There are places I can't walk in with my shoes. There are places I walk in with my shoes. There are places, I'm 60, whatever. There are places I go and sit down on the floor. There are places I go and sit down with a person. Didn't protocol tell them? And this is lack of common sense coming and disturbing us in Ramadan. Dancing. Using presidential jet. Whoever gave him that clearance to use presidential jet to be going all over the place. Governors were going to the airport to get, in his capacity as what? Can you imagine what the press would have said if it was the only son of President Muhammad Buhari, Yusuf, that was doing what this common son is, this president's son is doing? And oh, there was a singer that brought out that song. Oh, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his way of being tyrannical, banned that song. This is free speech.
They are not after taking anybody's land. All over the West African sub-region, herders have not grabbed land anywhere. Even when they had opportunity to grab land, they have never grabbed land because their need for land is opportunistic. So now we are facing a challenge in this country where we have conflict between farmers and herders, and it's basically land resource conflict on land and water. What do you need? Is a proper land management that we need in place. That is all. Create the ranches, give us, we are ready to rent the ranches. We can't say either we will ranch or we go. Who will even give you the land? Go and look at the Land Use Act. For you to access 5 hectares of land, a governor have to approve it for you. You have already mobilized the population, the local citizens, against the herders as the people perpetrating conflict. Who will now offer them land if they want to buy? So you must see this thing in a wider perspective. But the truth is that the herders will not go anywhere. They are Nigerians.
Welcome back to Local Journey, my people. We know, say for inside this Nigeria, the problem of this country is partly majorly from the north. We know, say the northern part of the country now be the part, the region where they draw this country go back. We know, say you're supposed to achieve so many things as a country by now, even because of some of the things where the northerners they do. I don't want to talk saying that then be the only problem for inside the country, but the bulk of the problem what we get for inside this country is from the northern part of the country. Don't be say we dey try push the problem and be the fault on top of any region, or even them they know say na them be the problem. We know say since the creation of Nigeria na them don rule pass, and even as na them don rule pass, if you go to the northern part of the country, the poverty rate for there it go shock you well. But one thing where they sweet me for inside wetin dey happen now be say the northern leaders don dey accept the blame say na them be the problem of the region. They don't know say all this while we say that they try shy away from the truth, where we say that they intentionally weaponize poverty and literacy against their people so that they no go feel know the truth. Now they don't realize say all those things where they do that year, it don't they backfire. And now most of them don't they come out, they accept the blame, saying that them be the real problem of the region. Even as some of their leaders they try blame the south, saying that the south might be the problem of the north for inside this country, saying that the south might they contribute to the problem where they for inside the northern part of the country. We don't hear say the northern leader don't they accept the truth, they don't they kiss the truth, and they don't know say that them be the problem. So for all the northern leaders where they blame Southerners, say that them be the problem of the north, una eye suppose don't clear say Southerners no be una problem. Now una be the problem of una self. So I go play the remaining part of the video so that we go listen to waiting them talk for inside this video. But before that one, if today na be the first time when they visit our channel, beg make you like, make you share, make you subscribe.
When Buhari was the president of this country, the North was silent, and that's many in the North were silent. And even at a certain time, when I stood up in the Parliament, in the Senate, to raise issues about insecurity and killing some of my people, the first serious resistance and opposition I get is from senators from northern part of Nigeria, because at that time you're expected to be quiet and to enable the system to be silent, to also embrace whatever it is, because the president comes from your own part of the country. And that any attempt for you to raise objection to the killings in the North, to the poverty in the North, to the out-of-school children issues in the North when Buhari was there, you'll be reminded that you shouldn't damage the image of the president since you are coming from that part of the country. In fact, this is the only president I've seen. The culture in the Southwest is different, that people from the Southwest are speaking out. And I think they are setting a standard for people from all parts of the country, that it does not mean when your own is in power, you should not be able to speak the truth. Our refusal to speak the truth to Buhari regime, our refusal to tell him where he is wrong, led to the North to where it is. The DG of SSS Laura, that happened under Buhari regime. And he was talking of nepotism. I had him saying Yoruba-led federal government. The statistics are very clear. The nation has a very suicidally short memory, and then we simply forget what happened last time around. Buhari was in power. What was the profile of nepotism at that very time? About 30 federal appointments were given to people from Katsina State and 50 board members. Who are they? The DG of SSS Laura was from Katsina State. NIA, the DG, Rufai, was from Katsina State. The MPA, my sister Hadiza, she's from Katsina State. Director of Federal Mortgage Bank, Katsina State. Smedan, Katsina State. FRCN, Katsina State. NIMET, Katsina State. NIMASA, Katsina State. Railway Corporation, Katsina State. All those things. You don't talk of Chairman of Federal Civil Service. About 30. We don't have time for that. I can state all of them. All from Katsina State. And when you talk of nepotism at the regional level, what happened? At a certain time in this country, the Controller General of Immigration, which is Babendidi, is from Katsina State, from northern Nigeria. Customs, Hamid Ali, is from northern Nigeria. Civil Defense, Audi, is from northern Nigeria. Chairman of Federal Road Safety Corps is from northern Nigeria. Inspector General of Police, Baba, is from northern Nigeria. The Chief of Naval Staff, the Chief of Army Staff, from that guy from Yahya from Sokoto, they're all from northern Nigeria. We have had all those things here, and you have never had any person from any south or southern part of the country raising issues. But now is the case. But it's the fact that two wrongs do not make a right. But let us know that when nepotism favored a part of the country, you are silent. And now you raise it up because you have an issue with this government. If you are talking of killings, which is insecurity, which he has said, we had the highest form of insecurity under Buhari administration. For now, let me be very frank with you. I do not speak for the government. When last did you hear of any school in northern Nigeria has been attacked as students were kidnapped? What do we have on record? Bethel Baptist High School in Kaduna was attacked, students were kidnapped. Greenfield University, Kaduna, it happened. Federal Government Girls College, Yauri. Government Secondary School, Kangara. Government Science College, Kagara. Dapchi, Jengibe. All these profiles of kidnapping, it was almost a kidnapping and attack per month. From Kaduna to Abuja, when last have you heard there was attacks and kidnappings? It doesn't happen. Does not mean that the nation is safe with what is happening in Plateau and Benue. But comparatively, we have moved away from the past. We have not reached where we are.